Good morning, sunshines, and welcome back. Thank you, as always, for being here. And I hope, as always, you are doing well. Well, today we're going to do a walk around the garden. We're going to look at some blooms because there are some blooms that I don't want to miss. I feel like I keep missing a lot of blooms. So let's do a June garden tour. If you're new here, thank you for being here. My name's Lakeisha. I live in the state of Massachusetts, and I am in zone 6B. I almost said 7A because that's what we used to be, but I am in zone 6B, okay? So we're going to take a look around and look at some gorgeous blooms. Welcome to the June tour. Let's go. So I thought we would start over here in our part sun, part shade garden where we've been doing a lot of planting. And so as we make our way to the top, also known as our secret garden, we can't forget that. Well, I can't forget that. And so we have that 9 bark that has put on some growth. I can't wait till it finally matures and reaches up to the fence. I think that's going to be so pretty. It hasn't flowered yet, but that dark foliage, oh my gosh, it's so lovely. I will say we're going to see a lot of branches, probably some leaves and things like that, because we had a windstorm. No rain, just wind. Actually, yesterday, I am filming this, I believe, June 21. And so on June 20th, we had like a windstorm. It was so windy and things just blew. So we're going to see some things that are toppled over, some plants that I need to stake up. But anyways, we have our lamb's ear here, and it is really filling in. I can't wait. It has gotten bigger. I can't wait to split it. This is what I'm saving this space for right here, to go ahead and put that lamb's ear right there. Gonna fill in this space right here with that lamb's ear, and I think that's gonna be pretty. But look at the phlox. This phlox is a baby phlox for me, probably because I have some that are a lot bigger, but I transplanted this over here. I think it'll fall along with some sweet william, but I know that the sweet william is biannual, so I don't know if that's going to bloom. But that space right there, I'm just saving for some lamb's ear. I did just water this section. We're in like the 90s and high 80s, and we're going to have a day of 100. And I do hand water my garden. I have different of those hoses in all the areas that I'm able to, pull out. And I really love those hoses. I've had them ever since the inception of my garden. I know they're very popular now, but um, anyways, and so I water in sections. So I'll water one side one day and another side another. So this morning, I watered this side before the temperatures rise. So let me get to it before the temperatures do rise. So we have our lamium here. We have our azaleas that already bloomed out. We have our hidden chicks. In this area, I always tell you all I love it. So I have some more hidden chicks to add over here, and then the lamb's ear, and that will bring that together. I also have to limb up this viburnum tree that already bloomed, but it's simply gorgeous. This tree already bloomed, but I love the leaves. I love the leaves. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but the leaves are just so pretty. So even if it didn't bloom, I would like it, but it does bloom, and it already did its bloom cycle. And so I do need to limit up, and that's going to actually open it up for more planting space. So anyways, we'll walk down here and we have salvia that I have cut back. Salvia was blooming so beautiful, and I don't think I captured that moment, but it will rebloom. So I have to cut it back some more. The Mugo pine is looking absolutely gorgeous. Um, of course, we have these three here. These, what are these? Spruce. Y'all know I'm going to mess up names of stuff. But, oh, gee, these are junipers. The junipers. They're looking nice. But back here we have some blooms. We have some scabiosa. I think it's also known as pin cushion flowers too. But yeah, aren't those gorgeous? One thing about these, if you keep, which I have to deadhead, if you keep deadheading them, they're going to just keep coming back. So I do need to go through and deadhead them. I typically do it every day, go through and deadhead. The ajuga is looking nice, and so is the sedum. Right here is a coreopsis. It's not in bloom yet, but back here, this beautiful phlox is in bloom. It's so gorgeous. I know it's a proven winter's variety, but I don't know the name of it, but it is a tall phlox. So pretty. Doesn't it remind you of a hydrangea a little bit? But it's so gorgeous. I want some more of these. What else? We have plenty of sedum. We have our honeysuckle that's variegated. It scared me for a minute because for a minute it was just producing like just white, I mean not white, but just green leaves. And I was like, no, I bought you because you were variegated. What is going on? But it has bounced back. It's doing fine. We have foxglove within here. Um, I did find out the name of this plant, guys, and I'm gonna put it on the screen. I was in Lowe's one day and I saw it and I was like, I have that shrub, and see, it has these pretty yellow flowers, and so I do like it. Our spireas, our azalea that we transplanted, it has bounced back and it's looking lovely. This right here is Joe Pyeweed. It will bloom, I believe, late summer, early fall. And then we have our row of peonies. They're looking okay. I gotta tell you, some of them, I don't know if they're gonna make it. This one is still standing, but I don't know about a few of them. But I'm just gonna leave them and let them do what they do and see what happens. Next year, we have these thrift plants that we placed in the ground recently, and they have buds on them. What else do we have over here? We just recently planted this area, and we know that those Asiatic lilies will come back and they will look lovely next year. Um, Soon we're going to have some daisies. I love daisies. Like, they just they just stand up and they're just so cute. Okay, let's keep walking. We just planted up this fescue. I think the bunnies have been, or something's been eating these two. This one looks okay, but these two, I don't know. This band plant, Bane, that we talked about, we just planted up. It has a bloom, right? Our viburnum already bloomed. What other blooms are over here? Our climbing rose is looking good. I'm going to be starting to attach this to the fence with some clips and things like that, but it has put on tons of growth. That was a bare root rose. The yucca is coming in. Our Japanese ferns, they just got watered. Back here, I have these heucheras. I wish I knew the name of it. They are absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if the camera even does it justice, but they have this beautiful dark foliage. I love them here. I want to find some more. I did keep the container, I believe, so I'll search for the container to find the name of it so that I can purchase more. I would love to put something over here. I have asters up there, but we can use something. We have a lot of empty spots. My opinion. Spirea, beautiful, beautiful blooms. Recently put that dogwood back there. That one seems to be doing okay. And then this area right here, I just don't seem like I feel like I talk about a lot. So we're going to spend a couple of minutes here. Right here we have some spurge. And I know that kind of spreads and I'm supposed to watch out for it. It seems to be doing fine right here in this area. You know, I just use it for a ground cover. It does bloom. Up here we have the bleeding hearts. We recently planted that one and we have a trio of them and they are doing good. This is another viburnum. This is my little table that I sit at times, and I potted up and put some pansies here. And they just got watered, so that's why they look like that. But if you go up this little walkway, we had planted up some coleus. They did okay. We have one right here. And then this is where we have a lot of primrose. Those three primroses are there. We have a spirea. This right here is Rebecca, Black Eye Susie, I believe. Sedum, more. I lined this whole pathway with primrose, and actually, the blooms, it's reblooming. They typically bloom in the spring, but sometimes you can get another round of blooms. So there we go. And then because I stepped up here, this is another spirea. And then right here we have what is called a false spirea. This particular plant gets about 10 feet tall and it's growing, but not as fast as I would like. And then up in here we just have like some coral bells, little baby coral bells. all up in here. Some corbels and hosta, and these are daylilies. Over here we have another spirea, and then surrounding the stump where I actually sit and I really enjoy the view, we have more of that spurge surrounding it, and I do have a Vika vine in here that I think I need to pull out. But this is that little corner that sometimes I don't talk about, but it looks absolutely lovely. And as we turn, we will see that there is nothing but hostas and heuchera in here. I do have up here a hydrangea that has buds on it. And I picked up these plants at the plant sale in my town last year. I really like them. I don't know the name of them. I have to look it up. Sometimes I'm like, I'm going to look up certain names before I hit record, and then I forget. But I see that there are a lot of baby seedlings of this plant. It's like a native plant. There are a ton of seedlings, and guess what? I'm okay with that because I would like for it to fill up this whole space. And then I will start pulling when I no longer want many. But sometimes you're going to find those plants. If I find it to be too invasive, I'll just keep pulling and pulling until I try to get it gone. But I love a variegated plant. I love that that is just different. Let me give you all a close-up. It has this variegation, and then look, it is dappled with this red in it. I just think it's so pretty and unique. I never see that at garden center. So I'll definitely try to look up the name and put it on the screen. But those little seedlings, if it fills in this whole section, that'll be great. And this hosta area I am loving. It was an accident because if you follow this channel, I've been watching my videos, I literally would just plant in these hosta here as holding spaces. But it has turned out to just be actually what it needed and what I actually want, and I'm going to keep. I do have a burner over there. Looks like it needs some water. We'll give it water. So yeah, so that's what's over here. These right here are, what are these? I gave this some water too. I don't know, it's yellowing. I don't know if it's not getting enough sun. Big rug juniper. These are the ones that get about 8 feet. I have two of them. I'm hoping they will spread. It looks like the spirea that we moved the other day is actually doing good, and it's actually blooming. And then the clematis is still putting on tons of blooms. So I love that. Over here we have the Japanese ferns. I just watered that one, so that one's flattened out. But we have a trio of them, more hosta. We have some, they're not blooming yet, but we have hydrangea over here. It was, I think, 90 yesterday, and remember we moved the lipstick plant and we moved the why can't I think of this? The plant that I love, I can't think of it. We moved them over here. Oh my gosh, you guys, they flopped, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then back there, the dogwood. The other one is looking fine. This one we may have to move again. I just gave it tons of water, so I'm gonna see if it's gonna bounce back. If not, I'm gonna pot it up, let it recover, and then find somewhere else to plant it. That's one thing I love to do is I'll pull a plant out and I'll baby it. I call it my hospital. Here goes a fallen branch. This is our patch of astilbe, and as you can see, it's in bloom. And then we have sedum over here, a lot of phloxes, hellebore, my hellebore. We have more fescue grass over here, corabels. A lot of things repeat themselves. We have a turtle over here. And actually something was eating at that. I was like, why are you eating that? Columbine is over here. Columbine will rebloom more. This right here is this looks like a columbine that seeded itself, so we'll leave it there. This right here is primrose. These pretty flowers. This was supposed to be my purple garden. I only had purple flowers over here. And then I planted this. I was told it was a purple and it was yellow. So that kind of threw everything away. Look at our girl. She looks good. I just watered her too. She looks good. We just recently planted up these. Three, what are these called again? Let's see. These are called, oh, I don't even see the name of it, but okay. It says beach wormwort. But that is not the name that, yeah. I don't, Artemisia. That's a type of Artemisia. Okay, what else? So everything's over here looking good. We just recently did this, so we don't have to talk much about this spot. I am going to come in and cut these all back. I see tons of new growth, so I'm going to cut them all the way down. So yeah, so that is a part sun, part shade garden. Let's move on. And here are the branches that fell. I just threw them in here, but this is one big branch. This one actually fell in here. So there's branches everywhere. But here we are at the front of the chicken run, and things are looking good here. A lot of things, you know, are doing fine actually. Hollyhocks. We have hosta. We have what else? We have Brennera. We have Black Eye Susan. We have poppies. Those were poppies over there too. The poppies are so super cute. And this right here is Bee Balm. This is a proven winter brand, a shorter version as well. It doesn't do that great. I have it there. I have it here. This is where we had to cut out that salvia, and it doesn't look like it's coming back. So I'm going to have to put something here. I mean, we have a delphinium here, but it just looks so blank and empty. Like I definitely need to add some things in this section right here. We have another poppy leaning over here. Pretty. We have those bellflowers. And what happens is I put the tires here because the chickens love this area. And they bathe and they kick up so much dirt, as you can see on the plants. And so I need to find something to put right there so they can stop kicking up all that dirt. Okay, our cat pajama. We're going to have to cut that back soon. But, that's always glorious. And then this was a lilac. We have a lot of these gazinias in here. None have yet to bloom yet, but they are filling out very well. Coreopsis, Speedwell looks good. That's Speedwell. More poppies, lamium, more daisies. Can't wait. And these poppies have been going crazy. Now, I did not know these poppies were going to lay like this. I mean, there's nothing I can really do about them now. That's actually not from the wind, but I've noticed all of them are just kind of flimsy like this. I don't know. So we'll see what we can do about that. This hollyhock is huge. I really hope I get a hollyhock bloom. They are so pretty, and I hope I do. Then we have some lilies. The lilies are in bloom. This one is so pretty and petite. Okay, we cut that back. And that's all we got. Some more sedum, some more Black Eye Susan. And then we have these beautiful roses. These are the roses that the goats actually ate when they broke out of there, when they were living on that side of the fence. And they would have been bigger than this, but I'm fine. They are looking absolutely gorgeous. Let me step back because they are so pretty and they smell good. So yeah, what is the name? I got the tag on this one, guys. This is a snowdrift shrub rose. Yep. So I have one there and one here. And this one is, look at that. It looks really good. And I'm so happy. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. We are in the area where the sun is not shining right now. And we have a bunch of lilies here that we transplanted. And they're going to be blooming and looking good. So we're going to have to come back and see some more of those blooms. more black. A lot of this stuff repeats itself. Here goes a bloom. Isn't that pretty? That is a bee balm bloom from that same bee balm that I was telling you about. And it just seemed like bee balm spreads fast, but this one is not growing fast at all. I don't know. Okay, more hosta and everything just kind of repeats itself. I have yet to cut back this lamium. I plan on doing it. This right here is an aster, and I'm gonna come in and probably chop it back because the same thing with just like when we cut back the monarch daisies, because they will flop. That's what will happen with the asters. These asters typically um, will typically bloom in the fall, and so yeah, they have some time. So I need to come cut them down so we can get a nice, you know, a nice bloom in them where they won't just flop and then I'll have to cut them because that's what typically happens. They will flop and then I'll just get annoyed and I'll cut them. We have a hollyhock hiding back here. I definitely need to come cut this. What is this? I don't want you growing tree. So yeah, hostas are going to be blooming soon. That Pyres tree is looking fine. And then this is where we have planted up our Cosmo. They're not doing anything. They have a bloom, like one of them have a bloom. But yeah, I don't know. But the hostas are looking good. The yucca have not come back, but the hostas are looking good. Okay, so that is the chicken. What we're looking like in front of the chicken run. I think it looks good. My favorite thing over here right now, I gotta tell you, my favorite thing in this area are these roses. They are so pretty. They are just, I never thought I would be a rose girl. Look at that. Okay, let's move on. So we are in the veggie garden. I'm not going to talk about the veggies today. We're going to come back and talk about those another day because I need to do some planting in here and things like that. So we'll talk about that. But I'll talk about the flowers that are over here. And y'all, these bachelor button flowers, I really, really like. I just didn't know I was going to have to stake them. And because of the windstorm we had on yesterday, they are leaning, so I'm going to have to come tie them back. So there's no perfect garden. And then the poppies have fallen over. And so I'm going to have to come in and figure this out. But this is the poppy bloom that I've been waiting for. Oh my gosh. It's gorgeous. And it has like so many up there. Oh my gosh, I am so excited about this bloom, y'all. Look at that. It's so pretty. And so the sun is out right now, but on this side, but I'm going to come out here when I'm probably done this and I'm going to figure this out. I already had it um, tied back. I put these two stakes here as you can see, and I string them, but because of the wind yesterday, they just fell over. But this is why I save things. I have those what are those stakes, bamboo stakes. Like I save all type of things so that I can use them. I have some curtain rods, so I'm gonna go gather all those things and I'm gonna get these poppies standing up because there's no way I waited for these poppies to bloom and now they're just down here. So I'm going to stake them up. Okay. We have over here an abelia. I'm going to have to deal with this. I don't know what's going on with it. It is alive, but I think I mentioned this before. I just haven't done it. I'm going to read up on it because I'm thinking about pulling it out and just cutting it all the way down and seeing what happens. We do have some delphinium back there. This right here, we have 3 bushes over here of lilac. And then we have this beautiful rose. The lilacs were beautiful when they were blooming, but right now it's not about you guys. You're not blooming anymore. It's about this rose. I told you I didn't know I was going to be a rose girl. I don't see the tag for this one, and that's okay. But look at these beautiful blooms peeking through. Oh my gosh, they are just so pretty and full and just look so healthy. I also have to stake up this volunteer sunflower that was standing up so perfectly but got blown over. So we'll take care of that. Okay, so I'm going to skip the veggies, so I'll go straight back. But like I said, the sun is beaming, and this is what happens on this side where I was telling you all where I have the hydrangea lane. This area is getting more sun than it did before. And so these, what's down here, I have, and they don't like the sun, these snapdragon. is what's all down here, and they are very pretty, so pretty. Um, and so yeah, and then over here we also have a rose of Sharon. We have two roses of Sharon, and then we have our hardy hibiscus. And so our hardy hibiscus are growing, but this will be sunny for a few hours in the morning, and then it will die back, and I can't wait. And I've already watered this side. I gave it its turn yesterday. But the snapdragons are actually super pretty. And yeah, and then here's another hardy hibiscus. I'm trying to move my shadow out the way. And then here's another rose of Sharon. And like I said, these snapdragon are simply so pretty. My first year doing snap, so they're annual for us. So I'll have to put them somewhere else next year. Here is the planter that we just planted up. And as you can see, those violas have bounced back, and we're getting blooms on these nasturtiums that are so pretty. And then we have the clematis that is growing up this trellis, and it has some buds on it. So I'm excited about that. So we just have this row that we've already talked about, so we don't need to spend a lot of time on them, because I kind of went over these in the last video, what was all over here. But this row of hydrangeas, I will come and give them some water, in my willow trees that are just looking lovely. So that's this side of the garden. So we're at the hillside garden, but at the lower part. Like I said, I'm going to skip the veggies, but finally, you all, my midnight masquerade is finally blooming. It's finally blooming. This penstemon I was waiting for. I want more. I definitely want more. The sedum over here is looking great. These trees, arborvitaes, are doing okay. I'm thinking about moving them, honestly. And then remember, we stuck this trellis in here for the peas. As you all can see, the peas are growing up. Well, they're sweet potato, they're sweet peas, but they're the flower, sweet whatever, the flowers. I have not gotten any flowers. They have been slow, but they are growing up, and they're growing up this trellis quite well. And so those are annual for us. I'm really can't wait for them to bloom so I can remove that trellis right there. I don't want that there. And so I don't know. I may have to be reworking this space. The agastache didn't come back, but that's all that's in this space is these things right here: two sedums, two arborvitaes, and one penstemon. And it looks gorgeous. There are the blooms. Hummingbirds love it. Okay, we're going to swing to this side of the hillside garden. And the hillside garden is booming. We have Artemisia down here. And Artemisia, this particular Artemisia, it I don't know, it gets round and it gets big. These alliums kind of flopped over on them, putting, they just very sensitive. But they'll round off and grow back quite nicely. And then if we go down, we just recently planted up not the spruce, but that dianthus. And I've been coming and cutting them back, and they've just been blooming. Like, so if you think that you can only get nice blooms, I mean, we are still in spring. We'll see what happens as we continue throughout the summer, but they look great. And so does this side. Oh, my shadow. Okay. So as we walk down, I guess I'll start back here. So right here is the eclipse hydrangea. It looks like it's thirsty. The sun is beaming right now. It usually does good here. As you can see, it has put on tons of growth. And then as we spin around, we planted up these penstemon. I cut them back. And the blooms looking amazing. They look super good. The snake root, I think that's what, yeah, snake root plant has not bloomed yet. I told you all it has white blooms, but this looks so good. We've spent some time up here too. Then we have those coreopsis we just planted it back, and look how much growth already that those zinnias have put on in a couple of days. Now, I will say that the alyssum is dead in this planter, but that's okay. So yeah, and then the Russian sage it's doing okay. This one hasn't putting on too much more growth. This one right here. But that one up here seems to be, back there seems to be doing fine. We have lamium. We have another hydrangea back there. I just don't remember the name of it. Oh, the tag is that's the quick fab. Quick fire fab. Yeah, okay, I remember. And so it's gonna it has a lot of blooms on them. And this lamium right here, I wanted to just climb the whole side of the fence. I'm gonna have to come and pull some out and kind of move around up there. The Weigelia bloomed out. And then we have this black sedum right here, and I love it. We have 3 of them. Doesn't look so good mixed in with that rose. And then this is Agastache. These 2 right here, they're coming back, and look how huge this butterfly bush is. Oh my gosh, it blooms, the white blooms. It's huge and it is budded. It looks gorgeous. And so does the spirea. The 3 spireas, and then we have this penstemon tucked back here. More spirea, speedwell. Look at the blooms of the phlox. These 2 will bloom soon. Now, these pink roses right here, I don't think these are drift roses. I'm looking to see if I see a tag. But these particular roses are not climbing roses, I always tell people. But I just put these trellises here, and I just push the canes in when they're younger to direct them up it. That's what I've been doing since I planted them in here, and I love it. This one does need to be deadheaded, but it has tons. I mean, this rose was booming along with that one right there. That one is pink. It was, oh my gosh, I showed you all a picture. It was gorgeous. And so now it's about to put on its 2nd round of blooms. And so I'm going to have to get out here and fertilize, because these roses will bloom all summer. And I did fertilize them at the beginning of spring. And yeah, I think I want to feed them again. So I'm going to have to get some, like, you could use whatever fertilizer, plant tone, whatever. They do have rose tone. But there was this other fertilizer I used, but I don't remember the name of it. But I did it on a video, so I'll be able to find it. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. That speedwell in there, absolutely gorgeous. What else do we have over here? Now, these are the stars. The pink ones are no longer the stars, but I do need to deadhead this one as well. But as you can see, this rose is just gorgeous. And I do need a deadhead, and it does have a ton more blooms, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. The height, I love it. I love it. And it, oh, just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And there's a bee. I want to scare you, little bee. Get to work. Down here, we had the balloon flowers right underneath the rose. And so this one is getting ready to bloom. This one came back from last year, and so we got buds on it. These ones right here I purchased this year, so I think they're done blooming. I was deadheading them. And then look at this rose. You don't want to let the sedum grow back, not the sedum, the salvia grow back. So I'll get something to tie that up. Salvia. Oh my gosh. What can I say about salvia? Salvia has bloomed its head off. I do need to cut this one all the way back. This one's almost time to cut back. This one is still blooming. I do not know the name of this one at all. But what I am going to do is I'm going to propagate it, because I want more of it. It has a different color, if you can see. It's just, all I hear is bees. Wait, let me capture this bee. It's busy. One flower to the next. I'm glad you're eating. And so salvia, I love it. And then look what's blooming. Our blanket flowers. There are so many bees over here that I don't want to step in there. Let me zoom in. But these are our blanket flowers. We have 3 of them, and they have doubled in size since I planted them last year, but they will bloom their heads off. They are going to be blooming their heads off all summer, and I love them. They're gorgeous, and I hope I find more of them. Maybe some different colors. That would be nice. Because look, I see an empty space right here. Like, we are always looking for empty spaces. Okay, this right here, let me zoom out. Oh, maybe zooming in was good. Okay, this right here is sage, edible sage. So I need to come and cut that back and dry it out and put it in the container. Then we put some zinnias in here, and this right here is gorgeous. This has been blooming its head off as well. This is called these are also called bellflowers, but these are called cluster bellflowers. I don't even know where I got them, I don't remember these flowers from last year at all. Maybe it's because I planted them in the fall and they didn't bloom for me, but they are absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, there's some dividing we need to do. More phlox over there. Then we have this planta with the zinnia. This has pink blooms, as you can see, as I told you all this is about to bloom its head off again. Right here we have lavender. They seem to be doing fine. And then this is a Nyphophia plant. So that will plant, I think that will bloom like late summer. And then we have these beautiful pink plants right here, Coreopsis, all of our sedum that I had, all of the sedum that I had lined this with. And I plan on spacing it out to, put more sedum there, more salvia. All of our foxgloves are looking good. No blooms yet. Just foliage. Another scabiosa tucked in over here. And then if we go up the hill, we have a drift or whatever. It's only 5 of them, but these are more delphinium. Not delphinium. Yeah, delphinium. No, not delphinium. Dianthus. I always do that dianthus. And then we have our fire chief arborvitae. And then right here is Liatris. This is called Liatris. It's growing nice and tall. I can't wait to see the blooms. This is a peony. This peony did not bloom. I'm going to actually dig it up and raise it to see if that's the problem. We also have some yarrow. Oops. Some yarrow right there. And I transplanted another yarrow. I don't know if it's going to survive. And then right here we have sugar tip rose of Sharon. Those 2. These 2 right here are Baptisia. I got 1 bloom. I don't know what's going on with the Baptisia. And then when we swing around, we have another hydrangea full of blooms. Down here, we have some daisies. But let me tell you the type of daisy this one is. Goldfinch Shasta daisy. So it has a different type of bloom than your traditional Shasta daisies. So let me walk down this hill. That's the hillside garden, guys. It's looking good. And at the top of it, we have yarrow, we have just hosta, and then we have a daylily up there. So that's what's up here on the hill, on the top. So that's the hillside garden. Okay, I was trying to make this short. And I think it's going to be shorter because we skipped out the veggie garden. We'll do that on another video. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. Look how tall these are. These are Rebecca, and I got them last year, and I love them. And I was told that they were going to be annual, although mine said perennial. Mines are perennial. They came back. There's 3 of them, 1, 2, and then there's a space because that one didn't get as big, but that's okay because look how those roses are playing into that space. But anyways, they bloom. I can't wait to show you all the blooms. These beautiful yellow flowers. I just didn't know they were going to be this tall. So yeah, I almost skipped those. And then another rose. And this rose bush, I need to do some deadheading on this as well. Okay, that's going to be it for the hillside. Lastly, we're going to walk through the wall garden. This wall garden, I told you all before, it was my first flower bed that I created. And you can tell because it is the fullest, I think. I think a lot of the spaces have a lot of plants, but a lot of the plants have not gotten full like this. And so we're going to start, let's start right here in the front. This Coreopsis. I love Coreopsis. Coreopsis will bloom its head off even if you don't deadhead. But what I will do is I'll come in here and I'll pop these off, or I'll come with my pruners and cut it, you know, deadhead them all the way down. More debris. And then we have daylilies that will be blooming soon. These need to be divided. They're huge, but I really do like them. And then we have our bee balm that's opening up. This right here is bee balm. Look how pretty that is. That. And then look at these roses. I got these roses from Tractor Supply on clearance for like $3. I even think he gave me one for free. And so these are huge. I'm going to go back there to get these because I really like these roses. They're nice, big, and lush. I deadhead them. They just grow back. I need to cut that one off. All behind there is foxglove, as you know. No blooms yet. But guys, can we give it up for these Asiatic lilies? A round of applause. Look how gorgeous these are. This is what made me stop and say, Keisha, you have to do, or Lakeisha, you have to do a garden tour because you're gonna miss out. When those other things were blooming, you almost missed out. So I had to stop because these lilies told me that they needed to shine. And boy, are they shining. They are gorgeous. And then we have this big patch of, what is this, salvia here. This is white, and I still haven't cut it back, guys. I know I said I was, but I didn't need to, and I'm not. Inside there's some agastache as well. Let me see. We have some sedum down here. We have another coreopsis down here. I don't know if it's getting blocked. I might have to move you because this is small. This should be actually big because this, it looks like the mother plant died. The mother plant died, guys. So now it left us this baby plant. Well, at least it left us something. Okay. So now I know. So I might dig that up and move it out a little, or I might just leave it. But right here is agastache. These ones are growing back. We have lamium tucked back there. You can't see hardly. This spirea right here is about done blooming, and then we're going to shave it back because it will rebloom. But I will cut it back some. And then let it flesh out again. What else is tucked over here? More coreopsis. This one is so pretty. Look at the color on that. If I move this lily leaves, you will see that there is another lamb's ear, some sedum back there. This right here is aster. And I didn't cut this one back, but that one hasn't gotten as tall. So that's fine. More black eye Susie or Rebecca. This was our peony. That's now, we've cut that down. More salvia. This one is going to need to get deadheaded. More agastache. And then behind there's a dianthus. And then there, that fountain that is full of sedum, which I love. And then look at this beauty. A daylily. And remember, they are daylilies because this bloom will only last for the day. I've already had 2 of them. And what I do is I just come in and snap off the old ones if I remember, or you can just leave them and I just chug them down there. Right here is our monarch daisy that we recently cut back, and so it looks like it's filling in again. And this right here is agastache. It's just starting to bloom. Another peony back there. Our delphinium. This is definitely delphinium now. I can't wait for those to bloom. This right here is the lupin. I need to come cut back. If you keep deadheading, they will give you blooms over and over. I need to come deadhead that. We still have Our Lady's mantle, and we'll actually walk back here. This right here is a patch of bee balm too. I can't wait for that to come through. So if we walk back here, we have sedum. We have what is this? Lady's mantle, and then we have our Japanese maple tree that's doing great. And then we have a big patch of sedum there. Nothing here. I had something amaranth climbing up last year, and something kept eating it. So there's nothing there right now. So I have to think of something to actually put there. As we pan around, y'all, I told you, these Asiatic lilies, I need more. They're no matter what color they are, they're just gorgeous to me. That shine, that so we have the yellow ones, we have the burnt orange, there goes a branch, and we have these beautiful pink ones, and we have more blooms to come. Now this one hasn't bloomed yet. I believe this is a type of lily as well. We have a weed, and y'all, I can't remember this one. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get it together. When it blooms, I'm gonna know it. Salvia. This right here is aster that I actually did cut back. It was really tall and I cut that back. More lady's mantle. Oh, more daylilies that will bloom. This delphinium and the one I showed you over there, these are the delphinium we grew from seed, you all. And they are doing great. And it's going to bloom another spirea. And once it's done blooming, I'll cut that back as well. But do you all see like the thickness I'm going for? I also meant to show you all on this side. This was a bellflower that was blooming its head off. It's taking a break. But right here in front of here, I grabbed some lamium. And look, it's going to grow. And hopefully it'll fill in the space right here. So that's how I've chosen to fill in that space in the front with lamium. And so as we move on, it repeats itself. Monarch daisy, bee balm, it all repeats itself. The only thing that's different that I don't have on that side that I have on this side is I actually have a lavender. And this one is doing great over here. And the same rose. Look at it. So gorgeous. Some more salvia, some more lamium. We do have an empty space right here, guys, that we need to fill. And I was thinking, although we have some sedum down there, that sedum can stay, but I want to fill this with something. And so I think I have two things in mind. So one of them is salvia. I want to put a patch. And maybe the white one, because I don't have the white one over here. I think that would help brighten up things, because when the salvia was in bloom, and although you can kind of see it now, and everything over here is pretty tall, it just stood out. It was just beautiful. So I think a patch of salvia right there would be nice. Okay, so that's going to do it for the wall garden. As you all know, at the top of the wall garden, we have nothing but hosta up there. Okay, so this is going to be our final area to touch on in this garden space. Look at our planters. They're doing so good. Even this red one we just planted up. Now, the funny thing, in this planter, the sweet alyssum is fine. Okay, no problem. So let's touch on this space right here, our last space. And so right here, let me tell y'all something. This primrose, I just come out here every day and do this. Pull back all, as you all can see, I didn't do it yet today. I pull back all, they come off so easy. This has been blooming its head off. And I love this planter. When I put this in the ground, it's probably going to do even better. The lamium popped back up. Right here is the sea holly. I don't know if they need to go in the ground, but if they do, we'll move them out. But they're still growing. This planter, these planters, this one and that one, the hanging baskets, I come out here and I pinch these back every day. I don't want to break it. But the thing I realized about the petunias that I grew from seed versus the one like in the planter, the ones in the planters are doing fine because they're starting to put on more growth because we're starting to get hotter days. But these have been going strong and their stems are so long. I'm going to have to come in here and just cut them all back down, but I don't really mind the stems being long like that. Look at the coleus. We started from seed. This is a lamium I stuck in here. Look, everything. So I'm going to have to come deadhead, and they just been growing. The rhododendron down here looks good. The pansies have been doing awesome. Now, I don't know when gladiolas are supposed to bloom, but I haven't gotten anything out of these, but patience. I'm learning patience. This was our, what was that? Our Igelia. It bloomed beautiful. Those blue bloom, those, not blue, pink blooms. It's all done, but it's putting back on its green growth, which I do love, that it's not going to just be sticks, but it's going to have not the flowers, but it will have some type of greenery. The pansies are looking great. The coleus, the little spruce tree. Look at our window box, guys. You see how it filled in? The candy tuft was in here, and it's done blooming, but it doesn't even matter. Actually, look, it may be re-blooming. It doesn't even matter though. Look, these are the impatiens we started from seed. They have filled in. These are the painted, right here, the painted daisies. I've been cutting those back, deadheading these. And y'all, I didn't know the name of this, but I need to find a container because it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And if you all want to know, let me know. And when I find the container, I'll put the name of it. It's an annual, but I love it. Our mint, spearmint, our lemon balm, peppermint is all growing. This right here is a rose, and oh, it already gave us some blooms, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Maybe I'll put a picture of this on a screen of that one, because I don't know if you saw those blooms. Look at the coleus. Now, right here, we have a dead boxwood. I believe it's dead. And so I won't replace it with another boxwood, but I'll replace it with something. The pansies are going strong still. So everything is looking absolutely full and great over here. So everything just repeats itself. Look, here's the other hanging basket. This one is starting to lean over. Definitely going to have to come in here. And all I have to do is, cut them down. Like right here is going to be another bloom. I just need to cut them back, and they'll flush back out. But you know what? If they grow and begin to hang over, that might look actually nice. But I don't know if I want that. And then remember this pot right here, it just has some sedum in. I put like one little piece of sedum and it grew. So yeah, guys, that is gonna be the tour. We did it. June blooms. Yay. It would be nice if this hose wasn't here. My goodness. But this is gardening. So that's going to be it. Oh my gosh, I hope you enjoyed looking at all these beautiful blooms with me. I'm so excited about what July is going to bring and all the blooms that are going to be blooming in July. We still have tons of planting to do. We still have a few other projects, if I want to call it, that I want to get done. So I hope you will continue to hang around. Once again, thanks for being here. Don't forget to like, don't forget to leave a comment, because I'm going to talk back. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you've done all three of those things, thank you. If you haven't, please consider. But until next time, blessings.